यशोदावेयो लोकालब्धमानम् परं दृष्टम् अत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या रुदन्तमुहुर्नेत्रायुग्ममृजन्तम् परं भुजायुग्मेन शतङ्कनेत्रम् मोहश्वासाकम्पातिरेकाङ्ककण्ठा सीताग्रवदामोदरं भक्तिबन्धम् ईदृकस्वालीलाभिरनन्तकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जातम् अख्यापयन्तम् तदीयश्रिताग्नेषु भक्तिर्जिता त्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सतवृत्ति वन्दे पुनः प्रेमतस्तं वरं देवमोक्षं न भुक्षां वदेवा न चान्यविनेहा वरसादपीह मोक्षं वदेवा न चान्यविनेहा वरसादपीहम् इदं ते वा पुरनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनश्च विरसं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुण्डले स्निग्धरक्तस्य गोप्या मोहोचुमितां बिम्बरक्तं धरामि मनशवीरास्तामलं लक्ष्यलभ्ये नमो देव दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलधिमग्नम् नमो देव दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलधिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टि विश्याति दीनामतानु गृहाणि समामग्नामितक्षिदृश्य कुबेरात्मजाबद्धमुतेव यात्वा त्वया मुचिता भक्तिभजप्रीता च तथा प्रेमा भक्तिं स्वाकमिं प्रयाचा नमो शीघ्रहो मे श्री दामोदरेहा नमस्ते तु दाम्ने स्फुरतीब्धिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयाय प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Haribo Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Punitaya Gora Haribol 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 Nitaya Gora Haribol Nitaya Gora Haribol 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 Nitaya Gora Haribol Shri Radha Damodar ki to the Supreme Controller, whose form is an embodiment of external existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swings to and fro, who is beautifully signing the divine realm of Gokul, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt, and his mother was churning into the water and then stealing the water that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To the Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
By, by such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that He is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
Of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained may ever be manifested in my heart. And sorry, it's got cut off. So, what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
By locks of soft black hair, tinged with the red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
O Supreme Lord, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananta Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor, ignorant fool who is immersed in the ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my.
O Lord Damodar, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva, and Nalakuvara were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with ropes of wood and grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own prima bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Jai, Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharam Gopi Jana Vallabha यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जना यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जना नन्दन रञ्जन यमुना तीरावनचारी तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी तीरावनचारी यायो राधा माधव जब बिहारी जयो राधा माधव जब बिहारी Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaur Premanande, Jayam Vishnupad Pranspacharya Stoot His Divine Grace Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Pranspacharya Stoot Srimad Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Puran Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrind Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled deities, all glories to the assembled deities, all glories to the assembled deities, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hai Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshva Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 10 Chapter 66 Verse 16 and 17. What meaning? Sulay with tridents. Tridents, yeah, threshold like. Gadebi clubs, Parigay and blood shions, Shakti pikes, Rishti, a kind of sword, Prasha, long barbed darts, Tamare and lances, Ashibi with swords, Putishay with axes, Bhanay and with arrows, Praharam attacked, Araya the enemies, Harim Lord Krishna, Sulair Gadabi Parigrace, Sulay Gadabi Parigray, Sulay Gadabi Parigay, Shakti Rishti Prashato Mare, Shakti Rishti Prashato Mare, Ashibi Pati Sherbane, Ashibi Pati Sherbane, Praharan Arayo Harim, Praharan Arayo Harim, Sulay Gadabi Parigay, Sulay Gadabi Parigay, Shakti Rishti Prashato Mare, Rishti Prashato Mare, Ashibi Pati Sherbane, Shibi Pati Sherbane, Prahan Arayo Harim, Sulabay Gadabi Parigay, Shakti Rishti Prashato Mare, Ashibi Pati Sherbane, Praharan Arayo Harim, Sulhe Gadabi Parigay, Shakti Rishti Prashato Mare, Ipi Sherbane, Varahan Arayo Harim, Sulay Gadabi Parigay, Shakti Rishti Prashato Mare, Ashibi Pati Sherbane, Praharan Arayo Harim, Sulay Gadabi Parigay, Shakti Rishi Prashato Mare, Ashibi Pati Sherbane, Praharan Arayo Harim, Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Sha Sri Rupam Sagriyatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Saudutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Sha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांता राधाकांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां भवनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय Canto 10 chapter 66 verse 16 and 17 translation. Lord Hari laughed heartily when he saw how the king had dressed up in exact imitation. The enemies of Lord Hari attacked him with tridents, clubs, bludgeons, pikes, rishtis, barbed darts, lances, swords, axes, and arrows. 17. कृष्णस्तु तत्पौण्ड्रका काशिराजयोर्बलं गाजस्यन्दनावजिपतिमा गदिशो चक्रेष्वुर्दहे वृषं यथा युगन्ते हुतबुः पृथक् प्रजाम्. But Lord Krishna fiercely struck back at the army of Paundraka and Kashiraj, which consisted of elephants, chariots, cavalry, and infantry. The Lord tormented his enemies with his clubs, sword, Sudarshan disc, and arrows, just as the fire of annihilation torments the various kinds of creatures at the end of a cosmic age. Srila Prabhupada comments as follows in Krishna. The soldiers on the side of King Paundraka began to shower their weapons upon Krishna. The weapons, including various kinds of tridents, clubs, poles, lances, swords, daggers, and arrows, came flying in waves, and Krishna counteracted them. He smashed not only the weapons but also the soldiers and assistants of Paundraka. Just as during the dissolution of, of this universe, the fire of devastation burns everything to ashes, the elephant, chariots, horses, and infantry belonging to the opposite party were scattered by the weapons of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Gyan Thivrindasyananjanashaya Chakshuruntam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. So this verse it says the enemies of Lord Hari attacked him with tridents, clubs, bludgeons, pikes, rishtit darts, lances, swords, axes, and arrows. Hare Krishna. So this world is here it says enemies of Lord Hari. Actually, the name Hari means one who takes away everything. But here it says the enemies of Hari attacked him with tridents, clubs, and so called weapons. So generally we say Hari, Hari has no enemies, is the absolute truth. It's the manifestation of supreme absolute truth actually. So Hari means one who takes away. Hari. That's a nice, it says if you go to Yamuna, don't see the three-banded form of Krishna. If you see him, then all your material things will be finished like that, taken away. So Krishna's three-banded form is crooked like that. But Krishna, the gopis, like we sing the Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. The Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Krishna is engaged with the cowherd girls. He's performing wonderful amorous pastimes with the cowherd girls. Krishna. The gopis, they were totally attracted to Krishna. They gave up everything for Krishna. Family, um, friends, relatives. They are only observers of Krishna. Generally, in material estimation, when a woman, especially, she's very attached to, she's three things: family, to her children, she can do anything, she can give up her this, she's for her child, and third is her chastity. These are the three things of him. But here we can see the gopis, they gave up everything for Krishna. So much, so high standard. Gopi Bhartu Kamale Dasanu Dasanu Das. Hare Krishna. One should aspire for this. So here we can see the enemies of Lord Hari attacked him with tridents, clubs, bludgeons, spikes, barbed and actually, whatever attraction in this world, male, female, is an entanglement in this world. Actually, it's a, like sense objects, like, and the result is not good like that. It binds us in this material world tightly. Generally, it speaks to the materialistic class of people. Uh, when comes a devotee, he totally engages in the service of the Lord. His soul, body, mind, wealth, everything he uses in the service of the Lord. It's all energy like that. Krishna service. That's here similarly Hari, even though Lord had enemies, Lord is performing pastime because when Lord performs pastimes, uh, the demons they are also devotees. They come as demons because Lord want to like to play. So she has his enemies of Hari. But in this material world, even a sadhu, a saintly person, a devotee, he has enemies in other sense. Devotee has no enemy, but the nature of the material world is like that. Like Srila Prabhupada, when the temple of Jew, Hari, all the devotees, they were so much harassed, they had so much problems. But they had full faith in Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada wanted the build temple, Radharasi built, he wanted, he promised to the Lord. And Prabhupada succeeded. So there was so much attempts to lie, devotees went to the prison house, like prison. But now you see a beautiful project. We can see Giriraj Maharaj. He was from here, Chicago. He was the son of a diamond merchant. But he gave, uh, when his parents told, his father came to Prabhupada and told that, I want to take away my son, you take away, take whatever you want, all the wealth, like that. He was the wealthiest person in Chicago, like a diamond merchant. That Prabhupada said, can take him away, but Giriraj Maharaj took shelter of Prabhupada. And he could not, his father could not convince Giriraj Maharaj. So we can see Giriraj Maharaj still is preaching Krishna consciousness. He has a very beautiful smile. I was fortunate to have the association of Giriraj Maharaj. Once I was new at that time, and I was speaking little loudly. Giriraj Maharaj was having darshan, and Giriraj Maharaj just glanced saw me like that, and I understood we should not speak loudly in front of the deities. Krishna. It's wonderful devotees of Srila Prabhupada. Dedicated life. Very lot of devotees. So, but they took all the austerities for Srila Prabhupada. They took so much austerities, dedicated life like that to preach this message of Krishna. Jaldi, a wealthy person, he is proud like of his wealth. He may think that, oh, these people are poor people. They attend Mangala, they have no home, they have no food, they are dedicated to Krishna like that. He doesn't take interest in this like that. Wealthy person, like generally Srila Prabhupada says in his lecture. Like so, but we can see devotees so much. They're working hard for Krishna. They're serving Krishna. This is good. Very nice. So generally, people are attached to this wealth, materialistic way of life like that. But it's all temporary. Like Parikshit Maharaj, we can see all the acharyas. They dedicated their life. They were very well learned. Like you can see all the Goswamis, all the acharyas, Raghunath Das Goswami. They were well learned, very wealthy, from son of merchant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, uh, Lord Krishna himself gave us an example like how one should engage in. That's Parikshit Maharaj. He was the king of the whole emperor, and he had 7 days, but he heard Bhagavatam. So powerful one should, because any time, any moment, everything is taken away. So we can learn from these acharyas on all these great souls like that. One should be more absorbed in Krishna's uh, name, fame, glorification of. The real charity means actually, charity means converting others to be Krishna consciousness, giving them Krishna consciousness. That's charity. One charity is giving money to the Krishna. That real charity means giving Krishna consciousness to others, awakening their dormant Krishna consciousness. So the enemies of Lord Hari attacked him with tridents, clubs, bludgeons. So we can see This different weapons names are given: tridents, clubs, pikes. Even in childhood, we can see that people there were different gangs, like so-called gangs leaders, like that. They used to come. They have a group, and the other group, they used to fight. They used to come with swords and fight. I remember in a childhood, one Punjabi guy, he was drunk and he used to come on elephant. So big loud sound. Uh, uh, so I still remember. I was a very young boy at that, maybe 10, 12 years. But I remember that. So here, Krishna's times also like that. Hari, that's a mundane example. Enemy also learned Hari, tridents, clubs, pikes. There were not bombs like now we have guns. Tick, and now we have bomb. Doom. Going on. Kali Yuga is degrading so fast. People are going away from Vedic culture, unclean like that, impure. Ignorance. So this Lord Hari Krishna fiercely struck back at the army of Pandrak and Kashiraj, which consisted of elephants, chariots, cavalry, infantry. The Lord tormented his enemies with his clubs, swords, Sudarshan disc, and arrows, just as the fire of annihilation torments the varied kinds of creatures at the end of a cosmic age. Srila Prabhupada says, and from each verse we can speak from Bhagavatam. This is real pure life. Prabhupada says your devotee should chant Hare Krishna, follow the principles of Krishna consciousness, and discuss Bhagavatam and eat prasada. That's Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. So nice process. So simple, but it's not so easy. Day after day, year after year, sitting in one place. Half hour also is austere. Uh, Lord Krishna fiercely struck back at the army of Pondrak and Kastaj, which consist of elephants. Srila Prabhupada, so, these enemies, the weapons, Sudarshan disc, and annihilation, and cosmic age. So, enemies, uh, Sudarshan disc, this is the weapon of Lord Krishna is holding. There are 24 incarnation of Lord Krishna, all different. These four symbols they are holding in different hands, like in the left, Sudarshan disc, club, and then Sudarshan disc, and then on the right is lotus and conch, like that. So one is blessings and one is killing of the weapons. So then annihilation. During annihilation, torments very end of cosmic age. So there's creation, maintenance, and annihilation. The simultaneous creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Uh, so we can see so much is going on the world. Satyug, Tretayug, Dwapayug, Kali Yuga. As Kali Yuga progresses, more it will be terrible. Like we can read in 12th canto of the 12th verse, cosmic age. Srila Prabhupada comments as follows in Krishna: the soldiers on the side of King Paundraka began to shower their weapons upon for Krishna. The weapons include various kinds of tridents, clubs, poles, lances, swords, daggers, and arrows. Came flying in waves, and Krishna counteracted them. He smashed not only the weapons but also the soldiers and assistants of Paundraka. Just as during the dissolution of this universe, the fire of devastation burns everything to ashes, the elephants, chariots, horses, and infantry belonging to the opposite party was scattered by the weapons of Krishna. So they all attacked Paundraka, attacked with different weapons. So the story of Paundraka generally is a repetition of Balram, because Krishna says Bhagavatam Janma Karma Cheti Vivam. We have to remember this past tense of the Lord. The first verse says Balrama had gone to Gokul, Nandagaon, that's Vrindavan, parents of Krishna. And Balram went and met the members, his family members of Krishna, parents of Krishna, and offered respects according to the different ages and took blessings from each family members. And then afterwards, the coward girls came and asked about Krishna, how that Krishna has left us. He so much, we were by his cupid arrows, by his smiles, by his talks, we were attracted to him. We gave up everything, but he left us. But still, we remember him. Uh, we cannot forget him. His smiles, his gestures. In this way, they started to cry. And Balram, we have Balram. Balram is going to Gokul. Now Krishna is going to Kashi, Banaras in this chapter. Lord Sri Krishna. The one is this pastimes, and he's killing the king. And then the gopis, uh, Balram is consoling them by speaking about Krishna's message. So speaking about Krishna is very powerful, very beneficial. Hearing about Krishna, I gave the example Parikshit Maharaj, the Goswamis, all that. And they were very well situated, but they were everything for Krishna, because any time is very powerful. In this material world, time acts. So everything is taken away by time. So yes, so they heard about Krishna and they were pacified. And then Balram afterwards with the coward girls, he calls Yamuna, and Yamuna does not obey the order, so he becomes angry and picks up the plow and tries to bring Yamuna. So Yamuna is still divided into different tributaries, we can see. Then Yamuna asked forgiveness from Lord Krishna. The demigods showed flowers, and the sages glorified Lord Sri Balram, the glorification of Balrama, and submissive to Lord Krishna. And then Kanti Devi, demigod, offered blue garments to Balram and nice ornaments. So that was about previous Balram first verse of this. And Balram went to Gokul, Nandagaon. Then Pondraka, in this chapter, Pondraka, he was, his association were with fools. So they told that, oh, you are Vasudev actually, you are the original Vasudev. And Pondraka became proud of his this, because he was a king general, and he tried to assume as to be God. Like he dressed himself like Lord Krishna with Vasudeva, with all the four symbols, and he sent a messenger to Lord Sri Krishna and challenged him. And all the members, they all laughed at the messenger Pondrak's foolishness. Then Lord Krishna told, tell your Pondraka, you fool, I will come and challenge him, I'll kill him. Just like an annihilation of fire. That's this verse of this. Then the enemies tried to attack, and Krishna killed all the Pondraka, and then Kashiraj came. He was a follower of, he was another king. So both were killed, and Kashiraj's head was thrown to Kashi, Banaras. So so the members, family members, wives, they saw the hand, they were very morose. And the son Sudakshina, he wanted to take revenge with Lord Sri Krishna. So he prayed to Lord Shiva, and with the help of priest, he performed black magic. Shiva told that you perform a particular type of yagya in which the demigod will be pleased. And from that came a demon, and the demon was sent to Dwarka to her. So, but Krishna with his Sudarshan disc killed this. The disc followed the demon, and the demon went to Kashi, and all the priests and the demon and Sudakshina was killed. So this is this chapter. Now here if we see the demons are attacking Lord Krishna with different cosmic rage. Very nice, wonderful, beautiful. This is very interesting. So we had Sharad Purnima, full moon. We can see the full moon. It's very nice, and especially in this month we have Damodar. This is the beginning of this. Yes, so actually one should follow Sharad Purnima. One should engage in pure devotional service, surrender unto Krishna. The Acharyas, they are the epitome of devotional service. Emphasize. Prabhu has wore dhoti. He looks very nice, beautiful, nice. Hare Krishna. You look good, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Devotional that is. So Sharad Purnima should not compare, because Lord Krishna performed this pastime with the gopis. It should not be compared the mundane lust of this world. It's like gold and iron comparing with this And many, this Sukadeva was a renunciation. He was not in on the bodily conception of life. When Vyasdev saw, when Vyasdev was passing, the gopis were taking bath, they covered the body. But when Sukadeva Goswami was passing, they did not, because they understood he was totally above the bodily conception of life, whereas Vyasdev was in hospital. So Sukadeva is the example of, he was beyond bodily concept. So we heard of the Acharyas, they were epitome of devotional service. Sharad Purnima, we actually is pure devotion. The Acharyas are teaching us, epitome. In Lord Krishna is performing wonderful pastime. We cannot be compared to the mundane this. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished also. He was a sannyasi. He relished these pastimes of Goswami. But where he says that even a doll would become contaminated. But he was top, he was glorifying the gopis. When he was having darshan of Lord Jagannath and the Garudastam, generally you cannot climb on Garudastam. One woman came and climbed up on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shoulder, and his servant Govind was objecting, but um, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped him that she is so much absorbed in Jagannath. So, so all the Goswamis, you can see Raghunath Goswami, they were very renounced. They were topmost days. Bhagavatam says total surrender. That's what actually means. Gopi showed that surrender. So this is the way. Hare Krishna. This month, Sharad Damodar Ashtakam. It begins from Sharad Purnima, full moon day. Krishna is beautiful. We can see Krishna's so much intense desire to please Krishna. The gopis left everything. And this, so one has to become servant of Krishna. That's what Gopi Pattu Kamalu Das Anu Das Anu Das. So, and this Hari is the direct manifestation of absolute truth. You also, like Madhusudana, Krishna is Madhusudana. He is addressing Krishna as Madhusudana because Krishna killed the demon Madhu. So, so Arjuna is saying to Krishna that Madhu Kaitaba Vari Hari Muradana, you are the killer of Madhu demon. Who was your enemy? You are not Nanda Sudana or Yashoda Sudana. Nanda means Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda means both parents of Krishna, Balram. See, actually, you're Madhusudana. You could only your enemies. Why you are indulging to kill? So Arjuna was having in Bhagavad Gita. He was concerned of his parent, his teachers, gurus, relatives. He did not want to fight against the opposite. And Arjuna is trying to saying this like that. He's addressing Madhusudana. So one name is Madhusudana. Whenever the demonic tendency comes, we can pray to Madhusudana. Hare Krishna. We can now. I'll just read these 5 verses, 16 verses which are in this chapter. O king, while Lord Balram was Sukadeva Goswami visiting Nanda's village of Raja, the ruler of Kurusha, foolishly thinking I am the supreme Lord Vasudeva, sent a message to Lord Krishna. Paundraka was emboldened by the flattery of childish men who told him, you are Vasudev, the supreme Lord and the master of the universe, who have now descended to the earth. Thus he imagined himself to be the infallible personal Godhead. So Sukadev Goswami is saying, when Balram went to Nanda village, his Karusha, the king ruler of Karusha, that is Paundraka, he sent a messenger saying that I am the supreme Lord. And Paundraka, with his childish, by the flattery of these men, they told him, you are the Lord, you are Vasudeva, you have descended to earth. They told king of Paurushaka. So this Paundraka thought he himself to be the infallible personal Godhead. Second verse, first verse is. Then Sukdev. The slow-witted King Paundraka sent a messenger to the inscrutable Lord Krishna at Dwarka. Paundraka was acting just like an unintelligent child whom other children are pretending is a king. So he's just like a small child. He sent a messenger to Lord Krishna Paundraka. Arriving in Dwarka, the messenger found lotus-eyed Lord Krishna in his royal assembly and relate the king's message to that Almighty Lord. So, description of Lord Krishna's is given how Krishna's eyes is just like a lotus. O Sattva, give up my personal symbols, which out of foolishness you now carry, and come to me for shelter. If you do not, then you must give me battle. See, this Pondraka is saying to the Lord. So, imagine during Lord Krishna's time, there were people like that. Even we can hear about Krishna in Satyavrat Muni. They blame Krishna as a thief, like, and his Supreme Lord example is given as thief. And here it says that's the nature of the material world like that. There will be enemies, there will be envious people. You cannot overcome this. So it doesn't mean that you become a devotee, you can be free from this. So he says, Sattva, give up my personal symbols, which out of foolishness you now carry. Come for me to shelter. Hare Krishna. He says, give up your all these symbols. If you do not, then you must be give me battle. So he's challenging here. So Gurudev Goswami said, King Ugrus and other members of the assembly laughed loudly when they heard this vain boasting of unintelligent Pondraka. They all laughed hardly. Heard, so this foolishness of Pondraka, they all laughed like that. He's claiming himself to be Supreme Lord. He's telling to give up these symbols and surrender to me. So the Ugras and other members laughed loudly. They heard the vain boasting on it. The personally Godhead, after enjoying the jokes of the assembly, told the messenger to relay a message to his master. You fool, I will indeed let loose the weapons you boast in this way. So Krishna is saying, I will let loose my weapons. When you lie dead, oh fool, your face covered by vultures, herons, and wanton birds, you become the shelter of dogs. Lord Krishna is saying you to the messenger, you fool, I will indeed loose let the weapons you boast. When you lie dead, O fool, your face covered by vultures, herons, and birds, vata birds, you will become the shelter of dogs. So he's telling the messenger, Lord Krishna is telling the messenger, you become the uh, you will be lie dead and vultures will take over your dead body. In different the religion, different things are there. Like in Hindus, they burn the body. In Parsis, they give to dead animals like vultures. In other this, they bury the body. It mix in the earth like that. So here Krishna is saying to uh, Paundraka. When the Lord had thus spoken, the messenger conveyed his insult reply to his master. In the Lord Krishna then mounted his chariot and went to the vicinity of Kashi. So Kashi's previous name was Kashi, now it's Banaras. Upon absorbing Lord Krishna's preparation for battle, it's a very people come to learn Vedic this knowledge in Kashi, Banaras is a very old city. Upon absorbing Lord Krishna's preparation for battle, the mighty warrior Pondraka quickly went out of the city with two full military divisions. Pondraka's friend, the king of Kashi, followed behind. O king, leading the rear guard with three Akshoni, Lord Krishna saw that Pondraka is carrying the Lord's own signima, his conch shelled sword and club. So we are. Hare Krishna. So we say, Hare Krishna. Need, so we can hear it now this Sudarshan disc, enemies, cosmic, and annihilation like that. So there's few things what Srila Prabhupada says here. This all this you say Deha Dehapatya. Deha means the body, and Apatya means wife. Atma Senishu. Like a nation thing himself well protected. When the nation has good defense measures, similarly, ordinary man he thinks that if I have got a strong built body and very faithful wife and nice children, Dehapadya, and after this means some good bank balance, some landed property, security, these things one person accepts, they will give protection to me. So this is a conception in material life like that. Now, it's not bad, but Srila Prabhupada says yes, this body, this attachment, in the day is money and sense gratification, sweeter than honey. Yeah, things. Nation thinks it's well protected when the nation has got defense measures. Any country, everybody has nuclear weapon. It's on the leader's tongue, he says. Any crazy person, after Lord is the controller, but any crazy person will say, I throw, you throw, both, everybody will finish, everybody will go underground. He says, like a nation thinks himself well protected when the nation has good defense measure. Similarly, ordinary man he thinks that if I have got strong built body and very faithful wife and nice children, yeah, before there was no, what is that, cameras when I came. Then one somebody took away the hundi, so there was one camera. Now we have so much cameras. Uh, there were devotees. The door was open like that. But things are going on. Stealing is going on, right? And we spent so much $10,000 on this Hare Krishna, and then we have to spend on expenses. And there were many devotees, like the Goswamis. They were preaching to the this. Um, because this we are in a location where it's not a safe location. And there were many crimes at that time. Many people were coming, but the doors were open. People were coming, not so much anxiety like that. Similarly, I have a strong built body, very faithful, by nice, some good balance, some landed property security. These things one person accepts, they will give me protection. Hare Krishna. Uh, they will give. I'm now well protected. I've got nice children. I've got nice wife. I've got bank balance. I've got so many properties. Why shall I go to Krishna conscious? So this, if we don't engage in the service, money in the service of the Lord, then it's Maya will take swa, bomb swa, finish. So either you have to engage in this, Jai Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki Jai, in Krishna service or Maya service. So it's happening. All the money is going to war like that. Bomb swa. Hare Krishna. All this, what is this car? All this money, fuel, everything is going to war so much. Hare Krishna. This all these churches the ancestors built. People were very pious. Their money they were using in right source. Now they are misusing. They will give. I have good wishes. So why shall I go to Krishna consciousness? He said, they will give. I am now well protected. I have got nice children. I have got nice wife. I have good balance. I have got so many properties. Why shall I go to Krishna conscious? I am well protected. These boys and girls, they have no bank balance. They have no home. Therefore, they should go. Very hard. Prabhupada knows everything. He's a realized soul. He says, these boys and girls, they have no bank balance, they have no home, therefore they should go. Hare Krishna, Prabhupada saying, giving a smile. But they are blind. How they are blind? They are thinking that this thing will give him protection. Pramatha means crazy. Crazy by craziness. He's thinking these things will give me protection. Tesham pramato nidhanam. Because he's crazy, he does not see the destruction of these things. Although he's seeing others, they are being destroyed every moment. My father has died, naturally I shall die. Naturally my sons also will die. So I am much anxious by protecting his family. Pashyani api na pashyati. Hare Krishna. Everybody has experienced their grandfather, grandmother, they left the body, they saw their parents. So these things won't give protection, they say. They say daily that I am working so hard for these things, but these things will be destroyed. It has been destroyed previously in the history. So many empires were destroyed. The British Empire, the Roman Empire destroyed. So where are they all? Egyptian Empire destroyed. I the Indian Empire. Parikshit Maharaj, he was the emperor of the world. Pashyan api na pashyati. They see, they cannot see. They cannot give protection. When I shall be called for death, it's like Parikshit Maharaj is preparing. At this time, all this, my soldiers, my bank balance, my good wife, my children, my good countrymen, nobody can give me protection. When you have to fly in the sky, you have to protect yourself. Like when you're flying in the sky, other plane can not protect. If the plane something happens, it collapses. He has to protect himself. Say take for the birds or for the airplanes. If you're being crushed in the airplane, no other plane can protect you. You will have to come down from sky. Similarly, when death will come, none of you will be able to give me protection. So this story of Gajendra also is there in Bhagavatam. He was the king of the elephant, but when he went to water, then all he had wife, many this but he had the strength of 10,000 elephant, but nobody could protect him. But he at previous life he had performed some devotional service. He took out a lotus and he prayed nice prayers to Krishna, and Lord came and protected with Sudarshan Chakra, killed the crocodile, because the crocodile was the animal of water and the elephant was of land. So when Gajendra went with his queen and family members in the water, this crocodile took up, and Krishna came and touched, and then he became a very nice demigod like that. They were released from curse. Both were cursed, and both had committed offense. Similarly, when death will come, none you will be able to give protection. Either my good state or good family balance. That's all. So Sukdev Goswami Parikshit Maharaj instruction. What should be the subject matter? So-called rascal news, they are not meant for hearing. He concludes, Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwar Hari. Sotavya Kirtivyascha Smartesya Chitavyam. So much news are there. We are easily diverted nowadays. Here it says Sukdev Goswami give is that's very important. That's why to have association with devotees is very give up the association devotees, these things will catch up very easily. So we are very protected in the association of devotees like that. Hare Krishna. Say Sukdev giving right instruction should be the so-called rascal says they are not meant for eating. Therefore, they conclude one who desires to be free from all miseries must hear about, glorify, and remember the personal Godhead. He says one who wants to become free from all miseries must hear about, glorify, and remember. So these are the few things. This gives example. Generally, people think that I have nice this material protection. Then this is all temporary. Nothing can save you. He says. So Parikshit Maharaj's example is given now here. So one should hear about, remember, and glorify of that Lord. Hear about, remember, glorify the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Gonitai, Kishu Kishori Jagannath Baldev Shuddha Shat Goswami Guru Parampara Ki Jai. So Sukadev Goswami is instructing, because these things, if you simply divert your attention to varieties of newspaper or any other information of this world, which is full of Grahamedi, whose business to sleep at night and work hard at daytime, they will not give you protection. Wow. You have to hear about Bhagwan, Hari, Tasmat Bharata. It's not so easy to hear about Krishna all the time. But we have to practice hearing about Krishna, glorifying of Krishna, remembering of Krishna. Hari, that is Hari Ishwara, Tasmat Bharata. Because Parikshit Maharaj happened to be descendant of Kuru dynasty, his mother. So then Parikshit Maharaj was saved from the Sudarshan Chakra, but that's not the Sudarshan Chakra which Krishna sends. It's an expansion of that. Hearing. Okay. So instead, David, now Sarvatmari, always hear about it. Kirtana, hearing then preaching. Therefore, we have got our Kirtanan Maharaj, Kirtavya, who will preach Kirtavya. So Maharaj's name was Kirtanya after he became Prabhu. After hearing, the next stage is spreading, pushing on the news of Krishna. First of hearing, then Kirtavya. So we should not divert our attention to the news of the material world. Hare Krishna. It's very strong. Huh? Thinking on. Otherwise, what you will preach? You think of it, preach, that is business. Smarthavya. Those who are actually speaking protection, not this protection, like your goodbye, they will not give you protection. Sukdev goes, Parikshit was advised Sukdev goes, this is your business at the point of death. Not only at the point of death, you cannot take to this business all of a sudden, even if that you have to practice. Like you cannot become a good soldier on the battlefield. You have to be trained yourself before going to the battle, military training. So this Krishna conscious movement is training before you ultimate death, fight with this. So this is the advice, so we shall read later on. So one should train about hearing, about glorifying, remembering, practicing Krishna consciousness. So all the Goswamis, we can see Parikshit Maharaj, we can see example. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kirtanya Sadhari. Hare Krishna. Our attachment to Krishna should be increased, not to these mundane temporary things of this world. Hare Krishna. Now, what Sudarshan disc? Uh, one should worship in order the Lord Sudarshan disc, Panchajanya shell, his club, sword, bow. See, in order, like we offer our obeisance to Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, we take their blessing, then we take worship Gaurnitai, Kishore, Kishori, Jagannath, Baldev, and the paraphernalia. They're all expansion of Krishna and Balram like that. They are Balram actually. He says one should worship in order the Lord's Sudarshan disk, his Panchajanya conch shell, the conch shell, his club, sword, bow, arrows, and plows, his Mushala weapon, his Kaustubha gem, the Kaustubha gem, his flower garland, and Shiva's curl of hair on his chest. So one should worship this in order. Krishna. Sudarshan disk. So yeah, even like this, we see this Pondraka, he was claiming himself to be the Lord here. Yamraja says here, before claiming as oneself Supreme Lord, one should consult how is the Supreme. In the material world, everybody thinks as the Lord, like, very, everybody is tiny there. There are different controllers, and Supreme control is explained by Yamraj, one who creates, maintains, and annihilates. Like the Pondra's foolishness was, he was singing him the Lord, and he challenged Lord Krishna. So actually, one who is the creator, one is the maintainer, who is annihilated, he is the supreme. Bhagavad Gita is said, Prakriti or nature is not working independently. The scientists take it in a platform. The nature is doing out of it. This is not a science. Anyone knows that nothing takes place automatically unless one living force adjusts the material. The house does not automatically come automatically. Although ingredients are there, it has to be handled by a living entity. And this house is appearing as one of the material world. So whatever we see, this skyscraper, this big buildings, what are these? These are just a product of material products: earth, water, fire. We collect this earth, put water, put in the fire, then we put in machine, then it becomes bricks and building. So how where is it supplied from? Nature, right? You cannot create it. Similarly, we consider this big cosmic manifestation is not creation, blunt material energy. No, that's not. There must be. How one can deny God? There is no possibility of denying God. So Yamraj is explaining. Lord creates, he maintains the animal. We become so much harassed even for creating a family and maintaining them. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Anybody who's in household life, he knows this. Uh, household, so much obstacles are there. Hmm. Become so much harassed even for creating a family and maintaining them. We have become so much harassed. You are blessed, Vaishnavan. Very fortunate. Hare Krishna, Vaishnava Sevanand Prabhu. You're free from this. We have become so much harassed, and foolishly we claim that we are the supreme personal God. Brahma, Vishnu, the director of creation department, annihilation. Annihilation also required. Annihilation is one of the business of Krishna or God for this material world, not in spiritual world. So it's a nice. So sometimes because everyone has come here to lord it over the material nature, there must be ultimate situation. It becomes intolerable. Krishna has to annihilate. कल क्या होता म्लेच्छनिवानिधनि कलयशिखरवलं तुमकेतु इव किम अपि करलं केशवद्रीता कल्कि शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे म्लेच्छनिवानिधनि कलशिखरवलं धूमकेतु इव किम अपि करलं केशवद्रीता शरीर Kalki Sharira, Jai Jagadish Hare. It's a beautiful picture of Kalki there over riding on the horse. At the end of Kali Yuga he comes. Because people will become very atheistic. Just will come and chop with the heads. People will not understand what is God, what is Vedic life. O Keshava, O Lord of O Hari, you assume the form of Kalki. All glories to you. You appear like a comet and carry a terrifying sword for bringing about the annihilation of the wicked Brahmin men and end of the Kali Yuga. Nature, when people become nature means not following the Vedic principles. Those who are following the Vedic principles, they are called guna karma in four division. And beyond these four divisions are Shudras. They are called Mechas, Yavanas, Chandal. Their behavior is abominable. They cannot be accepted as civilized men. Hare Krishna. We can see the situation of the even walking also is everything is contaminated like that. Uh, on the street is on. Appear a comment, say, "Oh Lord of Diviners, oh Lord Hari, we have assumed the form of Kalki." Mlecha, when people become Mlecha means not following the Vedic principles. Like Srila Prabhupada says, one has to keep himself clean, chant Hare Krishna, follow the principles, and take prasadam and discuss about Krishna consciousness. That's what Krishna consciousness. Each verse, Srimad Bhagavatam, can be discussed very nicely. Like now we were speaking about enemies, then we spoke of annihilation and the cosmic age of Kali Yuga, like the at the end of Kali Yuga. So what happens in Kali Yuga is we, when people become lechas, means not following the Vedic principles. Those who are following the Vedic principles, they are called guna karma, Bhagavad Gita, 4 division. And beyond these 4 division, who are less than Shudras, they are not lechas. They are so abominable, they cannot be accepted as civilized men. It is so abominable, they cannot be accepted as civilized men. Civilized men, not by so-called material advancement. Civilized men in 4 divisions: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. That is civilized society. It says Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. That is it. Where there is such division, everyone is a Shudra. That is not a civilized form of society. At the present moment, the whole world, Hare Krishna. So one has, so this is not an ordinary thing. Speaking about Krishna, Srila Prabhupada is explaining in each verse so detailedly what is our situation. We may boast ourselves so much things, but actually what we are, like that. So he says here, um, it should not show off like that actually. There is no division. Everyone is Shudra. That is not a civilized society. At the present moment, the whole world is Shudra, he says. Hare Krishna. No, less than Shudra. Not a civilized form of society. Direction. There are 7. Hare Krishna. Yeah, very. Sorry. I hope I'm not irritating you all. The people of Satyuga are the most part self-satisfied, merciful, friendly to all, peaceful, sober, and tolerant. So different ages, there were people who were of different qualities. In Satyuga, they were very self-realized, very merciful, friendly to all, peaceful, and tolerant. So this is actually a qualification of a devotee. People of Satya are parts, most parts self-satisfied. They are satisfied. They are very merciful. They are friendly to all, peaceful, sober, and tolerant. Hare Krishna. Where we can find in Kali Yuga, everything is declining. Satyuga, most part people are self-satisfied, merciful, friendly to all, peaceful, sober, and tolerant. They take pleasure from within, see all things equally, always endeavor diligently for spiritual perfection. Actually, one is Krishna consciousness, he will love everybody. He will have no enemies, actually. That's what the qualification of. Like in Satyuga, it says self satisfied. Like there's divine qualities and demonic qualities. Fearlessness, purification of activation, purification, existence of knowledge, cultivation of knowledge, charity, like that goes on. Most self satisfied, merciful, friendly to all, peaceful, sober, and tolerant. They take pleasure from within, see, and see all things equally, always endeavor diligently for spiritual perfection. They are satisfied, they are merciful, they are friendly, and they are equal vision. This is a yeah, I'll stop here. Any comments, any questions? No? Yeah.
Since you were reading the particular characteristics of persons in Satya Yuga. Um, it comes to mind that the king of Kashi and King Pundraka, they were living in Dvapara Yuga. So naturally the question arises, what was the characteristic of people in that age? Just by virtue of asking a question.
Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Treta Yuga little decline everything, but these demons they perform pastimes. They come for particularly they are cursed and they come to this material world to perform pastime with the Lord. So Lord likes to play with his devotees. Like that. But as time goes, everything progresses. Like uh, the four pillars of sinful life, austerity, everything becomes declined. There's only one pillar that's in Kali Yuga. That's little bit truthfulness is going on. Yes. So all the good qualities are winning. So Satyuga, the people were very pious, and so on the land, earth used to produce, and Treta Yuga little more decline. And they were eating in golden plates. Then we came to silver plates. Now we have paper plates like Kali Yuga, like that. So all good qualities are declining. So I was saying to about enemies. Actually, the enemy Prahlad Maharaj is saying to Narsimdev is very beautiful. Like he says, "My dear father, give up your demonic mentality. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your mind equiposed to everyone." So Prahlad Maharaj is saying to Hiranyakashipu, "Do not discriminate in your heart your enemies and friends. Make your mind equiposed toward everyone." No ordinary person in this world, his mind he cannot control like that. He cannot make. But this is the stage here. Give up your demonic mental. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your mind equiposed toward everyone. Except for the uncontrolled and misguided mind, there are so many enemies within this world. So no need to find the enemy. He's always with us, friend and enemy. The external enemy can be defended, but the enemy is within us, the mind. And Prahlad Maharaj is telling his father Hiranyakashipu, do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your mind equiposed to everyone. Except for the uncontrolled and misguided mind, there is no enemy within this world. When one sees everyone on the platform of equality, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly. Hare Krishna. Nice statement. Huh? When this is the statement of Prahlad Maharaj. When one sees everyone on the platform of equality, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly. Unable, one is able to fix the mind at the lotus feet of the mind. Now, Prabhupada is saying the purport actually, how we can fix the mind in engaging in the service of the Lord. Unless one is able to fix the mind at the lotus of the feet of the Lord, the mind is impossible to control. Unless one is able to fix the mind at the lotus feet of the Lord, the mind is impossible to. First, it says, Prahlad Maharaj is saying to his Hiranyakashipu, you be equal to friends enemy, being equal post in your mind, because the mind is our enemy, uncontrolled. When everyone sees on the platform of equality, then one can worship the Lord perfectly. Unless one is able to, so high stage of Krishna conscious, huh? Wow. Hare Krishna. It's not a simple thing. Unable one is fixed at the mind lotus to the mind is impossible, as Arjun says. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigramanye vayoriva duskuram. For mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate and very strong. O Krishna, and to subdue it seems to be more difficult than controlling a weed. The only bona fide process for controlling the mind is to fix the mind by the service to the Lord. We create enemies and friends according to the dictation of the mind. But actually, there are no enemies and friends. Pandita Samyadarshina Sarvapateshu. To understand this is the preliminary condition for entering the kingdom of devotional service. So one should fix the mind on the service of the Lord. That's the Hare Krishna. It's a nice process. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Once you clearly chant Hare Krishna, hear it nicely, make it a practice, 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 practice. And remember Krishna, always Krishna. Very simplified. Any more comments and questions? And oh, internet, anybody knows the password? Which hidden password. Anyway, Srimad Bhagavad Puran ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.